Hopefully this is my last installment for my study abroad experience. I believe we're on part 5. If you haven't seen the other parts, go check them out. They're live right now. Let's jump back into the story. We left off me being homeless in Italy.
Why am I choosing a font? And then he said, this font is too big. And not big, but like character. And this one is also very character. I was like, how?
So what do you want?
And then he said, make it simple.
Yeah, make it simple. It makes sense.
I was scammed, yeah. So I was with my classmate, the one who was helping me with my luggage. I stayed with her for a couple of days. I couldn't stay with her long because she was actually leaving. So I stayed with her for the weekend because it's the weekend. Nothing is actually going to be happening on the weekend. It's just not. Things are closed. I'm just taking a deep breath, waking up, sitting on the balcony, realizing, dang, this is happening. This is real life. Like, I don't have time to feel too sad. Like, have the emotions come, but don't sit there forever because you really have to have a game plan. That was Saturday. On Sunday evening, I went with a friend. I ended up staying with another friend. I stayed for about a week. I stayed with her for about a week. During that week, school started. We're both in school. My friend and I were both in school. School started, so day in, day out, I'm going to school. I am looking for a place to live. It's hot. I'm literally packing my big heavy backpack because an iPad and a laptop together in one bag is like carrying bricks. Apple, fix that. Because why? It's literal bricks. Don't add my sketchbook and pencil. I'm ranting. Anyways, so it's hot. I have my backpack. I am literally walking up and down all of the city, just going up and down, around the corners, under nooks and crannies, talking to realtors, going with leads, checking our Facebook page, doing everything possible to find some leads. The ones I do see, so I have some criteria. I have some non-negotiables just to make my living experience more comfortable. You're like, you're homeless? Yes, I understand that. I'm going to have to live in a place that meets my criteria, whatever. I have non-negotiables. It has to have a window, it has to have a washer, and it has to be under a certain budget. Preferably in a certain area as well because, yeah, I have to walk to school every single day and it's going to get cold. I'm trying to think realistically. Realistically, in the long run, I'm trying to think about all of these. And you're probably thinking these are kind of like basic necessities from the States. Minus the washer, that's probably, somewhere on the property. A window is not always guaranteed in a bedroom or any room for that matter. Yeah, a lot of people share actual rooms. There are roommates and there are housemates. I learned that while staying there. You really learn a lot when you travel. And people have been and still are paying 500 euros for a room they're actually sharing. Oh, that was another thing. I'm not sharing a bedroom. I will not share a actual room. I will share a house. I will not share a room. I haven't done that in a long time. But also because the way I was thinking, I'm constantly on. I need a place where I can just relax, be with my thoughts. Just, if I have schoolwork, constantly have it in front of me. I can turn the light on. I don't have to worry about like, are you sleeping? No, none of that. None of that. I do want to be comfortable. I do not travel all the way across the world to be some form of uncomfortable. Like, you're going to be uncomfortable to a certain extent, but my bedroom, I need to have my own bedroom. Like, again, I am ranting back to the thing. So, a whole week of day in, day out, constantly trying to find a place to stay for the next 3 weeks. Longer would be lovely, but also really the next 3 weeks, the rest of September, because I cannot stay in my friend's room forever. I can't stay in her apartment. She's not supposed to be having me, so I have to go immediately. So, yeah, that is what is going on the first week of school. Now, back in North America, my friend, who is supposed to be my roommate, she actually put herself on a wait list for a student hotel. There are student hotels, not the social hub that was formerly the student hotel. There are those, but also there are other student hotels as well. The contexts are similar to dorms, apartments, modern type situation. Everyone's different. They have the best way I can describe it as a dorm, a really bougie, expensive small dorm. That's the best way I can explain. That's the closest thing you're going to get to dorms. My school and a lot of schools don't have dorms. They don't have a designated building. They don't have all their students in one housing. They don't have houses they're renting out. Unless you're doing a study abroad program like Group A, yeah, they have different flats in different buildings, but they're not all in one building. Again, that is Group A. I'm in Group B, so a lot of the stuff falls back on me. It's a me problem. So my friend Savannah, she put herself on a wait list for a social, not the social hub. She put herself on a list for a student hotel. It was one that was further from school, so I think by walking it was an hour. Yeah, an hour by foot from the center to the student hotel that she picked. So yeah, she did that. She talked to her school, and her school actually helped her out and found a place to stay. You're like, why didn't your school do that? Because they don't. Anyway, so Savannah, her school found her a place to stay, so you know it's legit. And I'm like, yes, some good news. She has a place to stay, but she still has a spot on the wait list. And they hit her up like, hey, do you still need a spot? And she was like, I don't, but I have a friend who does, and she's on the wait list. Savannah told me that. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much, because yeah, I need that place. It was gonna be able to accommodate me for the rest of September. It was perfect. I'm like, perfect. By the end of September, I will have another place to stay. This is great. So I moved to the student hotel, not the student hotel. I moved into a student hotel, which is so small. It's like, I want to say it's like this room, but honestly, I think it's smaller. I had 2 suitcases and I was struggling for my life. Oh my God, I was struggling, but I do have my own bathroom. How my room is set up, I have my own room. I share it, and then you have a door. You know how like a Jack and Jill room, conjoining rooms, how it's a bathroom? Instead of that, ours was a kitchen, and then on the other side, it was like a couple, and they had their own private room. So I didn't really use the kitchen, just didn't. Beautiful view, oh my God. It was a relief. I met some people there, it was nice. Yeah, that was me staying there. Now, just because I'm there, that does not mean the hunt is over at all. Not at all. So, now I'm at the student hotel. No, I'm at a student hotel. I'm at a student hotel. I get a text from a classmate, schoolmate, a girl named Sandy. She was in the interior design program. I'm in the graphic design program. She texts me, like, hey, I found this place, this room. What do you think? The price is good? I was like, I don't want to, like, is this a room? She's like, yeah, it's a room we can share. I don't really share a room. She's like, okay, but I won't really, I'm like, yes. I don't really share rooms. I'm so sorry. That's not negotiable. And she was like, okay. She was nice about it, and she actually reached out to me again. It's like, hey, check out Facebook. There's a girl who's posting about a house, how she's 4 girls from her school. And I'm like, ooh, oh, really? Yeah, check it out. I checked it out. A girl named Hira, she was like, hey, I need 4 girls from my school. I found this house. The realtor said it has to be from our school. It has to be girls. I hit her up. I'm like, yo, Hira, my name is X, Y, and Z. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm waiting. I'm like anxious. I'm so freaking anxious. I'm texting Sandy. I'm like, Sandy. Okay, I did. I'm just waiting. I am waiting. Mind you, we're all in class, so I'm just like anxiously waiting, hoping that she will like text back. They're in class. They're not texting back. Not everyone's on their phones in class. Anyways, we get into contact. There were some red flags throughout the situation of us trying to get this house, but we were so desperate for wanting a house. It was like, you know what? They're really not there. There's no red flags. There's no warrant boxing to say, okay? That's kind of what was happening. Like, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Like, let's do this. We signed the contract to this beautiful home. It was 4 bedrooms. It was a full kitchen, had a garden, had stories. They called it a villa. It was a beautiful house. Like, it was It was beautiful. It was our budget, below our budget actually. We were the first ones to rent into it. The people were super nice. The actual landlord was super nice. Her husband was super nice. The realtor was super nice. All three people were very much involved in this process. Other realtor people were involved as well. They were really nice. The very few interactions I had with them when we first moved in, beyond nice. So yeah, we moved into this house. It was beautiful. It was a dream. We can host things. We can have people stay the night. There was room for everybody to not be on everyone's toes. Our rooms were more than enough for us. We had 2 bathrooms, a washer. It was perfect. It was unreal. It was so unreal. It cannot be any more perfect. Yeah, all these crazy things that have happened up to this moment. It was a relief. Like, wow, I have a place to stay, a beautiful one at that. I have now 3 roommates. Mind you, we never met each other before. Hannah, Sandy, and Christina, we've never actually met, but we're taking a leap of faith on each other. Like, we need this, we need each other. So we're gonna make this work. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. We're like, wow. We're walking around like, wow. Okay. And it's actually funny because as I was finalizing paperwork for this house, the student hotel was like, hey, we can actually extend your lease for another month if you would like. It would just cost another 1,000 euros. Thank you for the offer. I will pin that idea. Thank you. I will pin it. I'm not gonna say no quite yet. Even though it's about budget, I'm not gonna say no, but we're gonna pin it. We're gonna pin it just in case things don't work out. Like, things are working out. While I'm finding the house, finding out I have a backup space in there, things are working out. I'm like, okay, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to do this. I got this. Everything was in God's hands. The way things worked out, the things that flowed, it was insane. It was the best and worst, craziest 30 days of my life, honestly. But yeah, we all got to move in a night early. Sandy, Hiera, myself, we were already in the country, we were already in the town, so we moved in first. Christina actually was in another country. She was actually not coming back to Italy until she found a place to live, which I'm like, that is smart. Very mindful. So we actually weren't gonna meet Christina until that Monday. We moved in Friday, Saturday, yeah. Friday, Saturday that weekend. Yeah, we did. Yeah, and as we're moving in, we're unpacking, it dawned on me. We're all just talking everything, and I realized, oh, we have a big problem. We live with a problem. I'm like, okay. Again, dawned on me like, whew, gotta go. I'm not dwelling on it because I just met you. I just met you. But as the weekend went on, we get to Wednesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days later, it was clear as day. All 4 of us are in the house, and we live with the racists. For context, I am black. I don't know if you can tell, but I am black. Sandy, she's black, and so is Christina. Hida is not. We live with the racist. We have signed a 6 month lease with a racist. We are stuck with her. Oh, we are stuck with her. We're stuck, bro. We're stuck. We are stuck with her. And it was to the point, it was bad. It was really bad for the first, I don't want to say the first 10 days, because the first 2 days were like, okay, minor red flags. Like, we're just getting to know each other. But it got to the point where when we all moved in, 4 of us were attending school. By the 10th day, only 3 of us were now attending the same school. But we all had to stay in the same house. So that was the gag. That was the kicker. She was a racist. Like, oh, okay. We moved accordingly. We didn't move out of the house, but we moved accordingly. We addressed situations the best we could. But there were some arguments. There was some damage done. Mentally, there was some trauma. It was a learning lesson. The best way I can do it and think about it is a learning lesson. But being in that house, there was more good than bad outside of her. She kept herself after the whole not being at school anymore. She kept to herself. She traveled a lot. So when she was gone, it was great. When she was home, it was a little eerie, but it was a little eerie, excuse me. But when she wasn't there, it was amazing. Sandy, Christina, and myself, we had a ball. We would cook for each other. It was like living in a sitcom. We would cook for each other. We would go shopping. Christina and I were out. We lived by Eselunga, okay? When I mean we were out at Eselunga. It was a 2-minute walk. They closed at 9. We were there at 8:55. They hate us seeing come. They hated it. And I understand it, because I would hate us too. But we needed some hot chocolate. We became addicted to hot chocolate. We would binge watch movies. We would do homework in the living room. Like, it was a cozy time. Like, Sandy and her friends, turns out one of her classmates were sisters with my classmates, so we all became a lot closer. We did Thanksgiving together. We learned different holidays. We celebrated just so much. It was fun. We did my birthday there. That was one of the best birthdays ever. It was, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It was fun. It was just fun. It wasn't perfect, but it was our life, and we enjoyed every aspect of it. I didn't realize we'd be the talk of the school though, but I mean, that tends to happen, I guess. It was a bad situation. Like, cops were called, but I do not tell you my story to discourage you. Far from. I'm just giving you another look into studying abroad, another view from a Group B person. We hear a lot of stories from Group A, but there are other options. There are other options. I didn't realize how many people have took the route of Group B. I'm not saying it's right for everybody, but I do encourage looking into all the options. It's just something I highly, highly encourage. Again, my story is my story. Your story will probably not be my story, and that's okay. That's actually perfect. I recommend that it's not my story. This is just the big stuff. I'm not going to detail every single day, okay? But I wouldn't change a thing. It made me me. It was for me. All the experience I went through have developed and shaped me to who I need to be for the next phases in my life. From my passport missing, from the visa process, the stress of that, from being lonely to remaking friends as an adult, to being homeless, to living with the races, to dealing with landlords. It was a learning experience. But it's my journey. It was my journey. Yeah. That is my study abroad story.